ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमोस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे बृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. I want to recite Bhagavatam prayers. नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सहस्रतिं व्यासं ततो जयं उदीरयेत् शुश्रूषो श्रद्धया नस्य वासुदेवा कथारुचि स्यान्महत्सेवया विप्रः पुण्यतीर्थास् निषेवन्नत् शृण्वतां स्वगता कृष्णा पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तना हृदयन्तस्तु भद्राणि विधुनोति सुहृदश्रुताम् विधुनोति सुहृत्सतां नष्टप्रायेषु च भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवते सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टकी तदस्राजस्तमो भावा कामलोभदया सच्चते चेत अविद्धं स्थितं तत्त्वे प्रसीदति एवं प्रसन्न मनसो भगवद्भक्तियोगतः भगवत्तत्त्वविज्ञानं मुक्तसंजस्य जायते विद्यते हृदयाग्रन्थे छिद्यन्ते सर्वसंशयः क्षीयन्ते च कर्माणि दृष्टा एवात्मनीश्वरे. Hare Krishna devotees, uh, we are starting our Bhagavatam class. So today I am reading about the first canto, 9th chapter and the 30th verse. This is a beautiful verse, and I'm sure like it is really good verse. It talks about the faith Krishna is giving us. Though we are doing all the process of bhakti yoga, and at the time we still have a slight tinge of doubt whether we will going to Krishna or not. But this is a verse of hope, assurance, and everything. So it's really good, and I don't know why Krishna gave me this opportunity to tell this verse on the auspicious day of Kartika. So it gives me a lot of hope, so that if I do Krishna consciousness with attention and pray to him, he will surely take back to me to back to Godhead. So I just want to recite the shloka. Before starting this verse, I want to take obeisances from Premananda Mataji and Dhananjay Pandit Prabhu, and I really appreciate Lingaraj Prabhu for his efforts to putting on this awesome Bhagavatam class in the morning at 7 o'clock every day without he's so patient and doing this, and I really appreciate Prabhuji. So by taking all their blessings, I want to start this Bhagavatam class, and I want to pray to Guru and Krishna to give me sufficient um, like words or something, to give me something so that I can recite this verse very affection, like in terms of Krishna. So the verse starts like this. तदोपश्यं हृत्या गिरे सहस्रनरे विमुक्तसङ्गामन आदिपुरुषे कृष्णे लसत्पीठपते चतुर्भुजे पुरस्थिते मिलिते दृग्व्यधारयत् तदोपश्यामहृत्य गिरे सहस्रनरैर्विमुक्तसङ्घां आदिपुरुषे कृष्णे लसत्पीठपते चतुर्भुजे पुरस्थिते मिलितदृग्व्यधारयत् Tada, at the time, Upashritya, withdrawing, Giraha, speech, Sahasrani, Bhishmadev, who was expert in thousands of sciences and arts, Vimukta Sangham, completely freed from everything else, Manaha, mind, Adi Purushe, onto the original personality of Godhead, Krishna, onto Krishna, Lasat Pita Pate, decorated with yellow garments, Chaturbuje, onto the four-handed original Narayana, Puraha, just before, Sthite, standing, Amalita, widespread, Druk, vision, Vyadharayat, fixed. Translation. Thereupon, that man who spoke on different subjects with thousands of meanings and who fought on thousands of battlefields and protected thousands of men stopped speaking and being completely freed from all bondage withdrew his mind from everything else and fixed his wide open eyes upon the original personality of Godhead Sri Krishna, who stood before him, four-handed, dressed in yellow garments that glittered and shined. So we always know that Bhishmadev is one of the Mahajans, 12 Mahajans. He came through we have 12 Mahajans like Brahma, Narada, um, Brahma, Narada, Shiva, four Kumaras, Kapila, Swayambhu Manu, Prahalada, Janaka, Bhishma, Bali, Sukha, and Yama. So he's in 12 Mahajans. He's so exalted. And we can even easily tell Bhishma's qualities as ferocious warrior. So much he fought so many battlefields. So and he's really I could say that brahmacharya, the thing like the we can appreciate the brahmacharya, his strict celibacy and the vow of celibacy he took, and he got so many tremendous knowledge, and his guru is Parashurama, and being brave, he's so brave, and he's like if you see him on the warrior on the war field, I could not like he's so much ferocious, and his leaderships are excellent, and being he's like he though he is old, but he retains his strength even in the old age. So that is really, he's so much into doing the austerities, and everything is on time, and he's like a person to be acknowledged. So and Bhishma got trained with Parashurama, and what happened I could tell. Uh, so here this verse talks about Bhishma Dev. He protected thousands of men and thousands of battlefields, and he was like he has so many different subjects he is expert at. So all these he got from his guru Parashurama. So even at one stage, when Amba requested Parashurama to go and uh, like uh, um, talk and make Bhishma to marry her, so it was like Parashurama said, okay, but Bhishma also ready to fight, but we can see he like the way you're there fighting and the scene is going on. So even Parashurama, he's so much, though he's his student, he fought with him, and but at last he like Parshuram said, like I really admire your wow, the brahmacharya thing, and I want to leave you for your decision. So that much Bhishmadev has he has he like he's strictly into vows and everything, and in the auspicious month of Kartik. We have Bhishma Panchaka, the last 5 days. So I'm looking forward to it because it's like roots and fruits. So I could see the Bhishma Panchaka. I did only for once, but it gives a lot of strength, and I could see Krishna is back of us when you're doing the austerities. It gives like so much faith and hope that Krishna is there. He'll take care every day, each day, 5 days. It's like it's done. So Bhishma Panchaka is the really good way to realize that Krishna is there. He'll protect us, and the Kartik is really auspicious also. And uh, I just want to go and like talk about yeah, the eyes like I he, Bhimshamadev at the he could like he stopped all the instructions to Yudhishthira and everything, and he just fixed his mind on Supreme Personality of Godhead. So I feel that is really auspicious, and it's so hard uh, at least to realize that Krishna is there at the end of our life, where we can even say that the 10,000 cockroach, not the cockroach, the scorpions are biting us. It was so hard at the time. We could not even realize what is happening to the body. But Bhishmadev, he is on the deathbed with thousands of arrows, but he is not feeling any pain or anything. He is just concentrating on Krishna. So, and he could even see the 400 form and in the yellow garments. So it is already like we could relate like what all we could see in Bhagavatam. In childhood, I used to learn the Krishna Suktam. वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं रुक्मिणीकेलिसंयुक्तं पीताम्बरशुशोभितम् अवाप्ततुलसीगन्धं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्. So what all I learned in the childhood, when I see these are the realization like, oh no, I know this Pitamparas. So it was so good when I'm going through this verse, and it is a lot of realizations. So I want to start with the purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So this purport has 8.5 to 15 verses. So I'll recite the verse and then I'll do the translation. So in the momentous hour of leaving his material body, Bhishmadev set the glorious example concerning the moment function of the human form of life. The subject matter which attracts the dying man becomes the beginning of his life. Therefore, if one is absorbed in the thoughts of Supreme, uh, therefore, if one is absorbed in the thoughts of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, he is sure to go back to Godhead without any doubt. So, this is like assurance verse. We can say it is the hope verse, or uh, it is like Krishna is always giving us hope from the Bhagavad Gita also, like everywhere he like if you do your devotional service there you'll sure to come back to me and everything. So in 8.5 I just want to recite the shloka and then I'll read the अंतकाले च मामेव स्मरणमुक्ता कलेवरं यः प्रयाति सद्मद्भावं याति नष्टे अत्र संशयः. And whoever at the time of death quits his body, remembering me alone at once, my nature of this there is no doubt. So it's like hope after hope. They say it is the hope verse really. So the smaran, the remembrance, is the key word in this verse. So therefore, one should practice Krishna consciousness from the very beginning. So we should practice. It doesn't come at the end, like in the exam also. We can't do best with just preparing at the last minute. We have to practice from starting to get through the exam. So just like that, Krishna consciousness, it is not at the end thing. It should be, it's a progression, like it should be from the starting of the life, beginning of the life. So we have to uh, teach our kids, and we have to teach ourselves to always be in Krishna consciousness from the day we realize that Krishna conscious is the only way we can lead our life. And the next verse. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajate ante kalevaram tam tam me vaiti kaunteya sada bhava bhavita. So at the end of life, what like Krishna assured that there is no doubt you'll come to me, you'll attain me, and that can be only done through practice. And the next verse. So what we have to think at the end of the life. So whatever state of being one remembers when he quits his body, the state he will attain without fail. So as soon as I read this verse, and even Prabhupada, he gave the example of Jada Bharata, like Bharata, Maharaj Bharata. So what happens, like he completely renounces everything, Maharaj Bharata, and he goes to the like forest, and he renounces everything. But what happens, he get attracted to the small deer which was born just then and there, and it will be floating in the ocean, no, it's a sea or something. So he goes and saves the small deer, and he gets attached to the small deer, and at the end of his life, while quitting his body also, he'll be thinking of small deer, a poor deer, how it will live, I should help this deer, and he with the thoughts of deer, and he left his body. And what happens in the next body, he gets his dear body. So whatever state of being one remembers when quits his body, the state he will attain without fail. So Krishna assures that at the time of death, whatever you think, you will get that body. So these are like but uh, it's, I know we don't know what will happen at the death, but with the practice, and he assured us, I will give you the enough enough I'll give you enough like I will come to you, I will assure you that I will help you out. So and tasmat sarvesu kalesu mama anusmara yudhyaya cha mayyarpita mano buddhir mamevashya asamsayaha. So after this, like okay, at the so we should always remember Krishna with practice, and then at the time of death, what we have to do, and then uh, we have to know like how to lead our lives. Okay, Krishna told that you have to do the practice, and at the time of death you have to only remember me, and but how to lead the life. So this is the verse, it talks about how to lead our lives. Therefore, Arjuna, you should always think of me in the form of Krishna, and at the same time, carry out your prescribed duty of fighting. With your activities dedicated to me and your mind and intelligence fixed on me, you will attain me without doubt. It is one more, like he assures everywhere, wherever there is Krishna assures everything that you'll definitely attain me without doubt. So by chanting and remembering him, the uh, 9 devotional processes, and we should make sure that we remember Krishna all the time. And abhyasa yoga yuktena chetasa nanya paramam purusham divyam yati prarthanu chintayan. So Krishna told what to do, and then how to do, how to remember you Krishna. So then he takes this words, like he tells that he who meditates on Supreme Personality of Godhead, his mind constantly engaged in remembering me and deviated from the path. He, O Partha, Arjuna, is sure to reach me. Prabhupada gave a wonderful, like really good example for this abhyasa. So he says that only abhyasa, the practice, is the key to to not to get deviated from the path. And he even Prabhupada gave an example of butterfly. So a caterpillar thinks for becoming a butterfly, and so and is transformed into butterfly in the same life. Similarly, if we think constantly of Krishna, it is certain that the end of our lives we shall have the same bodily constitution as Krishna. So it's like I feel like every verse is giving me hope after hope after hope. So though we are like doing it was like a little doubt, like I'm doing like, is it a right way or wrong way? Or it will have some doubt, but Krishna assures in each and every verse that you are sure to reach me, you will attain me without doubt. And so I was going through that, and there is nothing like Krishna is giving me no doubt, without fail, without doubt, you will sure to reach me. So all these verses I really like, it's giving me hope. And the ninth verse, कविं पुराणामनुसृतानां सितारम् अनुरानियं अनुस्मरद्यः सर्वस्य धातारम् अचिन्त्य रूपम् आदित्यवर्णं तमसः परास्तात्. So how to remember, and how can we remember? We can remember only through his qualities. So when like this is about all qualities, one should meditate upon supreme person as the one who knows everything, as he is the oldest, who is the controller, who is the smallest of the smallest, and who is the maintainer of everything, who is beyond all material conception, who is inconceivable, and who is always a person. He is luminous, like uh, like the sun, and being transcendental is beyond this material nature. So this verse is like I could supreme personality Godhead. I could he knows everything, and he's the oldest, like he's the Parampita. So he's the origin, he's the oldest, he's the origin of all the of everything, and everything is born from him. He's the supreme controller of the universe. He Without him there is no universe, so he's a supreme controller. And he's smaller than the smallest. So the soul is like 1/10 hundredths of the tip of the hair. That is the soul size, and it could enter into the heart. And the supreme personality of Godhead, he enters into the heart through the super soul. He's the smallest than the smallest, and he's the maintainer of everything. So the whole universe is under him, and he who is beyond all material. We can't even, we can't even speculate about this material. We are like, we have very limited senses, and we can't even think what is the material conception. And he's inconceivable, and he's always a human person. He's a person. So Achintya is the one inconceivable. And I'll go to the next verse, 10th verse. Prayanakale manasa chalena bhaktya yukto yoga balena chaiva bruvur madhye paranam aveshya samyak sattat sattam paramam purusham upayati divyam. So now how like we know how the qualities of supreme personality of Godhead, and now he's talking about how can we practice. The practice can be done through Shat Chakra Yoga. So one who at the time of death fixes his life air between the two eyebrows, and in the full devotion engages him in remembering the Supreme Lord, will certainly attain me to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Shat Chakra Yoga is a process like munis and saintly persons they used to do, um, but now it is a difficult process to go through. So in Kali Yuga, the only way is chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So, and the next verse, 11th verse. यदक्षरं वेदविदो वदन्ति विषयन्ति यद्यतयो वितरागः यदचिन्तो ब्रह्मचर्यं चरन्ति तत्ते पदं सङ्ग्रहेण pravakshaye. So until now, Shat Chakra Yoga, how to process keeping like life air in between the eyebrows. So he gives further how to do the Shat Chakra Yoga. Persons learned in the Vedas who utter Omkara and who are the great sages in the renounced order enter into the Brahman desiring such perfection. One practices celibacy. I shall now explain to you this process by which one may attain salvation. So just in Chakra Yoga, the further process is described like uttering the Omkara. And it is further explained in the next verse, like how to do this Shat Chakra Yoga. Sarvadharani samyamya manohridi nirudyaya cha mridyur adhyayat manaha parnam astito yoga dharanam. This verse is all about sense control, indriya, how to control our senses. The yogic situation is that of detachment from our sensual engagements, closing all the doors of the senses and fixing the mind on the heart of the life air at the top of the head. One establishes himself in yoga. So it is the word, it's like pratyahara. Yesterday, Damodar Prasad Prabhuji, he was explaining the tortoise, like we have to, how we can um, detach ourselves like a tortoise. And so this process is of detachment from all the sense engagements, pratyahara. Withdrawing the senses from all the sense objects, we can do this yoga. So as soon as we can do this detachment, it turns into samadhi, the trance or fixed consciousness. The 13th verse. Om iti aksharam brahma vyavaharan mam anushmaran yah prayati tyajande deham sayati paramam gatim. So this verse is like how we can control the senses. So this can be done only through chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we should remember there is no other way, no other way. And the 14th verse. Anaya cheta satatam yo mam smarati nityasaha tasyaham sulabha partha nityayuktasya yogina. So we should, and for one who remembers me without deviation, I am easy to obtain, O son of Pritha, because of his constant engagement in devotional service. So hope after hope, Krishna is assuring us, like, don't get deviated. Just remember me all the time. And your constant engagement in devotional service is sure to reach me. So even Prabhupada told, like in 10th chapter and 10th verse, Dadami Buddhi Yogantam. The Lord gives such a devotee sufficient intelligence so that ultimately the devotee can attain him in his spiritual kingdom. It is one more hope. So Dadami Buddhi Yogantam. So uh, like I will give you the assurance, I will give you the intelligence so that you can ultimately come back to me. And the last verse, and in this verse also there is something like satatam and nitya saha. Nitya satatam, always you have to remember me. Nitya saha, regularly you have to remember me. And nitya, every day. So he's like always saying that, so it can be only possible through Krishna consciousness, just to remember him. Like, oh, we get up in the morning and do chanting and do mangalarti, and we cook for Krishna, and we do prasadam prayers, we're taking our prasadam. So everything Prabhupada gave this wonderful Krishna consciousness so that we can always remember Krishna in some way or the other way. And the last one is Mam Upetya Punarjanma Dukkalayam Asaswatam. navapnuvanti mahatmanah samsiddham paramam gati. This is of art of living. This is the last verse. It talks about how, what is the art of living. And this and Krishna assured one more time, after attaining me, the great souls who are yogis in devotion never return to this material world which is full of miseries, because they have attained in highest perfection. Yeah, Prabhupada always says that this is Dukkalayam, Asaswatam. So it is temporary world, and it is full of miseries. So just get back to me. And when we compare, the spiritual world is 3/4, and the material world is 1/4. So there is always an emergency to go back to Godhead. So this is the verse. It nicely, these are this verse, Bhagavad Gita 1.9.30. I could say it is a verse of assurance and hope after hope. And Krishna is like giving assurance, saying that you will definitely get back to me if you do the yoga process, the bhakti yoga process. Sri Bhismadeva attained the perfection of quitting his body at will, and was fortunate enough to have Lord Krishna, the object of his attention, personally present at the time of death. He therefore fixed up his open eyes upon him. He wanted to see Sri Krishna for a long time out of his spontaneous love for him, because he was a pure devotee. He had very little to do with the detailed performance of yogic principles. Simple bhakti yoga is enough to bring about perfection. Therefore, the ardent desire of Bhishmadeva was to see the person of Lord Krishna, the most valuable, lovable object, and by the grace of the Lord, Sri Bhishmadeva had this opportunity at the stage of his breathing. So, I really, really admire Bhishmadev because of his wonderful surrender mode and devotee mode. He could attain Krishna, look, and he passed away his last moments looking at him. It was so wonderful. And I could conclude this section by praying to Bhishmadev, so to give some kind of uh, like I want to pray Bhishmadev so that he can give us, all of us, so that we can go back to Godhead. And I just want to conclude with last thing, like I got very much um, I could relate Vishmadeva with the pastime with Haridas Thakur. So when I was when I was reading this verse, I could realize Haridas Thakur's pastime. So even Haridas Thakur, he was very pious. And I want to talk a little bit. I don't know whether I'm running out of the time or not, but I want to just conclude with the Haridas Thakur's pastime. So Prahlad Maharaj, he is born in demon family, right? And we can see uh, how Prahlad Maharaj, he came out of all the danger, and he could attain Supreme Personality Godhead mercy. Just like that, Haridas Thakur, though he's born in a low caste family, in Muslim family, he could uh, he could get mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And I want to tell a small little bit about Haridas Thakur. So Haridas Thakur is born in a Muslim family, but his devotion and everything, he used to chant 192 rounds, like 3 lakh rounds every day without break. And I could relate that Haridas Thakur, his previous birth is like he is Brahma. In Brahma Vimohana Lila, what happened? Uh, he's not humble enough. Haridas Thakur. No, no, that Brahma is not. He is not humble enough. So he's in pride, and he was talking back to Krishna, he is feeling that he is a supreme person of Godhead or something. So he is not in a humble mood. So he took this birth as a chandala, or a low class birth, to to just humble himself. And like he could um, show the humble nature in this incarnation, Haridas Thakur. So at the time of death, what happened? Um, Haridas Thakur could see Krishna, Lord, like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, directly into his eyes, and he could even hold Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's legs, and he's in his lap when he's dying, and then but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, "Why are you leaving now? You should wait for some time." Then Haridas Thakur says, "No, I don't want to wait, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I want you die before you. I don't want. I know you're leaving your body very soon. I want to live before you, so that's why I want to leave." So when this all pastime is going through, and he leaves his body, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he takes the body, and he goes to the nearby Ganges, and he bathes him, the dead body, and he brings back onto the shore, and he personally digs all the mm, all the sand, and he personally puts him inside, so to bury him. So how fortunate is Haridas Thakur? So personally he could see Krishna, and he yeah, and till at the end of the and till the end, like end of his life, he could have personal association from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So even he never used to eat until unless he gets Jagannath Prasadam in from the hands of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So I really admire uh, Haridas Thakur and Bhismadev, and their devotion and their surrenderance mode and their humble nature. Though they are the might, like Bhishmadev is mighty warrior, but and he's so compassionate to his grandchildren. He's compassionate to everybody, but at the time of death, because he did bhakti yoga, he could attain supreme personal of Godhead, Sri Krishna. So thank you so much, dear devotees, for hearing me, and it is a wonderful verse. It is hope after hope, I could say, and yeah, thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, with Asmin humble obeisances. All Guru Shishul Prabhupada and Gurudev. This is Bhakti Priya.
Hare
Very good,
Krishna.
Mataji. You are speaking like a pro.
Oh.
Thank you for sharing
Thank you.
all the nectar
So this
and
is
reminding
really,
us about Haridas Thakur's passing and how he passed in front of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That was really good. Thank you so much, Mataji.
thank you so much,
And you should
Mataji.
continue reading, okay?
Sure, Mataji.
Very Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Very inspiring, Mataji. We could see your devotion coming through to us. Very, coming from the heart. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Sandhya Mataji.
Yes,
I never, like, I used to teach small kids, so I'm more into stories, but not into philosophy. But Krishna somehow gave me opportunity, like, you speak on the first day of Kartik, okay? It's like, okay, I will do it. So, yeah, thank you, Mataji. Thank you
very
for your
nice.
blessings. Thank you for
Very nice.
prayers.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Very inspiring.
I do have a question if nobody others have don't. I have two questions actually. I don't know if somebody else, if you cannot, then others can try also, like a group discussion, right? So first question is, when Jada Bharat, was attached to the, he felt compassionate to the deer, right? So if we are in that situation, what should we do? Should we not show compassion to the deer?
Yes, Mataji. If a small boy falls down, we'll definitely go and save the person, but we can't be, he is my child, and we, if there is some person who fall down, and we'll take him up, but at the time we can't, we should be detached. We can't be like a compassionate, like completely saying he's my child, I'll take care of. It's not like that. If he's a boy, fell down, we'll take care of him and do the first aid services, what all we can do, but we can't be like attached to him. So that is what Krishna always assures us, like we have to do that detachment.
Nice answer, Mataji. And my next question was, I thought cremation was it will, when we do cremation of the body, when compared to burying, then the soul, quickly reaches to the next level, or quickly, because the body is burned and there is no more attachment to it, and it will pass on, move on. So I was wondering, because in Ramayana, right, Sri Ramchandra Prabhu does a lot of cremation ceremonies for, right, Jatayu and all the other, even for who is a demon, the Tataka demon, he does it, right? So I was wondering why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu chose to bury Haridas Thakur. Any insights about that?
Mm,
Instead of
I yeah,
cremation.
I don't know Mataji why he chose to bury. If somebody knows, they can share. Yeah, like yeah, we always do cremate and we used to do the fire, but I don't know. I really don't know Mataji. If somebody can know, like they can share.
Sri Vallabha Prabhu is there on the call. Maybe Prabhuji, would you know?
Mataji, I don't know that this is the correct answer, but my thinking is, the Srila Prabhupada's body also, it is not cremated. It is the Bhakti yogi's body is completely spiritualized, and then it is eternally living like. So they committed to the samadhi. They don't, that body is spiritual body already. So you don't have to do anything to it. You just, put it in samadhi. That's what they do for all the Guru Parambara. That is how the Gurudev's body is. That's my
Is that
thinking.
how they did for Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj also recently? I forgot. I thought it was.
Um,
Right?
I don't know about Bhakti Charisa Maharaj, but I think for the other Swamis, and they are doing this samadhi only, not cremation.
Chandra
Mataji,
Mataji, what do you know?
Yeah, yes.
Mataji, I think
Was
for sannyasis, right, they don't cremate Mataji.
Yeah, that's what.
Even for Ramanuja Swami, his body is still there. I
oh,
mean, yeah.
Chandra Mataji was saying something.
No, yes, Mataji, for Bhakti Swami Maharaj as well, his body was actually taken from Florida back to Mayapur. And
And
that's
then buried, not
in
cremated.
Samadhi, yes.
Oh. Sri Vallabha Prabhu is saying something. I saw you unmute. Prabhuji, want to
Yeah,
add?
sorry, I just wanted to say that I couldn't find the button, but nevertheless, no, I'm not aware. I can definitely find out. I was also thinking along the same lines, but also I was also of the opinion before I heard this conversation that Haridas Thakur was a Muslim by birth. So maybe, perhaps, and again, this is just speculation, so please don't take my word for this, is that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was trying to honor his, the customs for, as Muslims, within 24 hours, they have to be buried. So that was what was also running through my mind, but I'm not at all sure about this. I can find out, I can do a little more research and get back.
Yeah, why I'm asking is because we have to all write our will, right? So in the will we can mention whether, because in my culture, my family, they will bury the body. So I don't want it. I want it to be cremated. So I don't know. Now I'm confused. Like, should I still go with the cremation or so? I'm just speculating, Roy. But yes, if you can. No,
Mataji,
sorry.
in
I
general,
was.
for cremation, right, Mataji, somebody from family members has to do the cremation, right? Either son or daughter. But in
One,
sannyasis, because they have already renounced that life, so there won't. I mean, they won't have anybody to cremation. I mean, they are already cremated. I mean, when they take sannyas ashramam, right? So they already. I heard like they already took that funeral ceremonies and all those things before getting into the sannyas ashram. So that's why the bodies
I
are not cremated. They are buried.
Prabhuji, thank you, Sri Vallabha Prabhu, for the answer. I was talking on mute earlier. Why I'm asking, I have a reason. Usually, we have to write our will, right? Because in my family, the custom is they'll take the body in a sitting posture and take it to the burial place and then bury. But I was under the impression that I wanted to be cremated because I'm in ISKCON. There are no, none of the family members are in the ISKCON, but I wanted to be cremated. So I thought I will write it in my will, but now I'm little confused about what to choose. I mean, it should it be my choice?
Yeah, I believe it should be your choice. Definitely. In my case, I would say, I've chosen to be cremated, right?
Yeah.
Because we all know that being in this material body, the soul has to be freed. Right now, the soul
Yeah.
is completely covered by the material body, so that attachment to the material body is going to be there. But if the
Mm,
material body is cremated with the right rites and the rituals and everything that have to go with it, then
mm,
the soul is also freed. There is no material body to go back to.
mm,
So that's also one of the reasons we spoke about samskaras in the past. We still do samskaras, like we still offer on a particular day in the year for our forefathers, so that their souls, even if they have the slightest attachment left, even after reaching Pitraloka, because some of our forefathers are probably still wandering around in Pitraloka. That's the reason that they're given that particular space where they're not in the lower planets, but at the same time they are not in the spiritual planets also. Why?
mm,
Because they still have some remaining attachment to the body, and the
mm,
desires are still there, and therefore to relieve them of that desire, prasadam is offered. That's why the pinda is offered, so that they can be freed. Those souls are freed, and they're relieved from pitraloka
on.
and back to the spiritual planets.
Mm,
So therefore, cremation is always recommended, so that we completely lose that attachment for the material body.
mm. Yes, Prabhuji. I would like to really understand the real reason why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu chose to bury and Sri Ramachandra Prabhu chose to do cremation process versus burial. So it will be interesting to find out.
Sure, Mataji.
Thank you, SundariLila Mataji. Your class really, you bring Josh to the. I don't know how to explain my happiness when I heard in the morning. So just wanted to share my appreciation.
Thank you so much, Mataji. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिद्धिमेव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. जय श्री कृष्ण. Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hari Bol.
Okay.